So, hi guys. If anyone caught the last Resident Evil 7 VR stream, which was done probably, when was it done? Maybe even a couple of months ago now. Um, the reason why we've not gone back to it is because I simply haven't had really much chance to get in front of the TV which has the VR set and everything like that. So, I've got a window of opportunity tonight, so I just thought we'd give RE7 a bit of a go because it's already getting quite late, and I definitely know I'm not going to get a Revelations episode done. So I figured it would just be nice. I'm not going to be on for very long tonight. Just a little bit of time, probably 30, 40 minutes or so, just to get back into the swing of it, see where we are, and yeah. So Resident Evil 7 in VR. Is wonderful. Hello, Black Sox. Nice to see you. Thank you. Yeah, this is the only way to play it. I think once you've played this game in VR once, you never want to go back. The actual vanilla experience is quite flat, and it's just nowhere near as immersive. Let's just see what we got. Make sure I've got some inventory, because I know. Well, the funny thing was, I was so totally against VR when it was first announced. I just didn't think that people would want to honestly sit there in their living rooms with a big headset on and having to look around and things like that. People just want to put a controller in their hand, and I got a free Samsung Gear VR kit with my Galaxy S7, and I tried a couple of horror games on it, and I was really surprised at just how amazing the immersion was. And then, of course, Resident Evil 7 was announced as being a VR title, and I thought, oh my god, you know what? I bet it's going to be really special, actually. And now I think PSVR is amazing. I'd love to try other stuff, but I haven't got the money to get like Oculus Rifts and stuff. But the PSVR has been a very affordable, very easy way to get into this kind of stuff. And honestly, I never want to go back. I mean, Wipeout VR is probably the best video game experience I've ever had. As a Wipeout fan, to actually have that experience is something else. Anyway, here is our man Jack coming back. So we've just had the garage boss fight, and he is going to appear on the other side of this door. This is on normal, so I've never actually finished the game on Madhouse, so I'm just doing a normal run to familiarise myself with it, and then I'll do Madhouse for the first time on stream, and you can all laugh at how terrible I am at this game. So anyway, let's go.
Heck of a thing, man. Sure shit beats the hell out of dying. My little girl has given us a gift. And this gift is with me always.
Now I think they have actually confirmed that all the VR kits, the Move controllers and everything are all going to be compatible to the... Yeah, get the hell off me. Is all going to be compatible with the PS5. I want the door shut.
Hello there. How you been?
Oh man. Out of practice with this. Let's get out of it. Don't be afraid if I've missed something on the chat. Just post it again, because I'm not able to see it all. I think something just popped up there, Black Sock. Sorry, I just missed it. in the melee. Right. God, out of practice with these. There we go.
Who builds this shit?
Hi, Infectious Boy. Yeah, it's wicked. It gets even better when the molded turn up, because the molded are just, they're so freaky in VR when they're like, when you turn around and they're right in your face. The only thing that is, because this is an early VR game, one of the only disappointing things is the transitions just do like a cut to black, and sometimes you do get floating limb syndrome in this game. Resistance, you know what? The gameplay stuff looks a little bit rough around the edges, but I actually think it looks like quite a fun little multiplayer concept, and I think as long as it's priced right, or if it's bundled in as part of another game, if it's just a little distraction, and I'm not too bothered about it. I'm more sort of concerned about the canon elements of it, but even then it looks pretty separate from the main campaign, and if they do chuck in some Alex Wesker stuff and some nice Outbreak references, as long as it doesn't contradict anything and can sort of coexist with the original games, then I will enjoy it. It looks like a bizarrely fun experience. But the canon issues are, forever the concern and worry for me. I mean, it may end up even being like a free-to-play title or something, and in that sense, that's fine. It's not going to hurt anybody. I see why people are disappointed, but in all honesty, I've been there that many times with this series, and I'm sort of really tired about getting angry and disappointed. So I'm sort of indifferent about this one. I'm not too bothered about it. I sort of got no anger left, if you like, after Orc and Umbrella Corps. I mean, this has been the best. This has been the best sort of couple of years in a while. Hello, French Philosopher. Nice to see you again, mate. Welcome to Resident Evil 7 VR. Not going to be on for long tonight. That's why I'm doing this instead of Rev 2, because I just haven't got time to get Barry 3 in. I can't remember what the bobbleheads do. They unlock something if you get all of them. Yeah. I'm sure. Oh, is this the Molded's first appearance? I mean, all the mold looks absolutely awful, as in like disgusting and icky in VR when you can get right up close. Yeah, I think they are exactly the same sort of concept. So icky.
What?
I figured this was the first mold. These things are messed up in VR. And I'm very fortunate in I'm very... Ooh, Jesus, thought I was going to kill it. Wow. very fortunate in the sense that I don't have any issues with VR. I don't get any motion sickness or anything like that. The next podcast, we're actually convening this weekend for a little something that we're going to put out at 100,000 downloads, and I think as of today it's on 98.5. So we're gonna get together. I don't even know if we're gonna do it as a sub discussion, because I think we're just gonna wait and see what else is gonna happen this weekend. And then the next podcast is probably gonna be Resident Evil 3, and I'm gonna do one of those community selections again, where people will be able to pick the path through the game. You know, I'll let you guys choose the live selection, so it'll be very similar to the Survivor one in a sense. For people who aren't aware as well, I absolutely love this game. I think it's wicked. I'll be doing the HD seamless HD version of 3 again, which I just did recently, but we played it through on easy mode. Yes, that's what we need. See, as a series fan, you don't know how delighted it makes you to be able to go back into a save room again. I'm just going to run back and get a couple of bits, and then we're going to go down there. I think there's anything in there. There's 2 handgun pickups in here, wasn't there? There we go. It's amazing. There's some proper the scares that, I mean, this game's pretty decent atmosphere wise anyway. Oops. But it just adds an extra level, and one of the cool things about VR is you get to see additional details that the main game you can't see in the main game. So, like, as I'm sat on a couch or a sofa, if you like, and you can actually now look under surfaces and things like that, which you couldn't do. And like the sewer gator's truck in the first part of the game, you can actually like lean in and have a look around. You realise just like how crazy detailed some of the stuff is. That's what I mean about, you probably can't see it because I think the game's blacked it out, hasn't it? Alright. So, down to the basement we go. I mean, one of the best things about VR is the leaning. You know, the actual looking around doors and stuff. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, there's not too... I mean, it's... Believe it or not, VR actually makes End of Zoe a better experience, because so much of it's stealth. The slower pace of the game and the outdoor environments actually make it really cool. I mean, this is crazy. I haven't got Wolfenstein, but I've got Doom VFR, and that's awesome. But I'd only recommend playing it with a controller. The move controls on it are a bit rubbish. It's just the immersion. It's like this is like going through the aliens' hive. I like using the Albert pistol because you get like a functional laser sight. Ooh. That kind of thing. No, the way so all like the grouped content stuff, the pieces to video and whatnot, and the episodes and the little features, the made videos. Oh, hello. They all go on the Project Umbrella YouTube, but then for our personal streams and that, like Batman's Revelations playthrough, which seriously check out his Revelations lore through or whatever he's called it, because he basically just commentates through the narrative of the game, and it's honestly it's the easiest way to understand how that story works with its branching narrative and everything. He's done, I think it's 6 episodes now. Give it a go. It's really, really good. And so all our personal streams go on our own channels. I think Neptune's do, although he may upload his to the podcast. I didn't quite catch that last thing, sorry. I just saw the name Spencer. What's that? 3 A's and a handprint. 3. Yeah, he really helped break it down. It was awesome. The detail on these things is just disgusting. You know what? I think I said on one of the podcasts, I almost wish they would just like let you have a tourist mode where you can just like it gives you like the Spencer Mansion or the RPD, and all you can do is just walk around. Because honestly, one of my favourite things of this game is just like walking around the house and looking at the details. And to be able to do that in the Spencer Mansion would be absolutely amazing. That was freaky. Oh, man. I'm out of... You know what? I made a serious error here, guys. I left my pistol bullets in the box. Come on, Jack made this look... Joe made this look easy. Right, I'll remember to take the pistol bullets next time. Black Sox, do you find the loading times on your PS4 really bad for this game if you play it in VR? The initial load before I started the stream took ages. Seriously, it must have taken a good sort of 2 or 3 minutes. I just love the fact that you can get right in on the watch. That's the floaty arm thing I was telling you about. You can actually go into Ethan's hand. But it is one of the limitations and problems. So bad at the combat in this at the minute. So this is firing like lesser ramrod rounds. Handprint, 3 A's. Handprint, 3 A's. What's this one? Crouch. Ouch! Jesus! I apologise for this, guys. You see, and you're only supposed to have the Glock at this point. Well, thank you for joining anyway, and I hope work goes okay. Next stream will probably be at more Rev 2, so hope you'll be able to tag along then. I wouldn't be adverse to doing one, but the channel's not, unfortunately, just not big enough, I would say, to warrant that. We could maybe do something as certainly as a podcast, potentially. Everything is sort of done as a joint thing, you know, we all benefit from all the work we do. And this is, you know, we've got some things in the pipeline which I hope will be of great interest to a lot of people. But yeah, charity stream would be great. I'd love to do something like that. Whoa. Ethan's hands are messed up. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't do a VR mode for Resident Evil 2, especially because you know there's the first-person mod on PC, and it works so well. It plays. If anyone's tried the first-person mod for Resident Evil 2, it literally just plays like this. Scorpion. Inventory management making a right mess. I never realised, but when you actually play this on Nightmare, this corridor is much wider. Yeah, it'd be wicked, wouldn't it? I really hope they don't abandon VR for Resident Evil 8. I really, I hope we get a trilogy of these titles, and in the same way we got, like, 3 fixed camera ones of Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 3 over the shoulder. It'd be nice to see him sort of do out themic trilogies like that. Oh, fucking... Sorry, language. Oh, that was proper freaky. Man, it was just right around the corner. I was not ready for that. Messed up. Oh, they don't follow you. Of course, one of the limitations of the game is they don't follow you beyond this door, do they? It's not for the faint of heart, this. Now, for the record, I think this game is mostly excellent. However, I do think this bit's pretty rubbish. This was a Capcom that said, they'd moved away from all the silliness, and you can't get more ridiculous than two guys in a basement, literally having a sword fight with chainsaws. And I need to get the shotgun, really, don't I? I'll have one go. If it doesn't go very well, I'll probably grab the shotgun and then call it a night, and then we'll do this another time. You're having an absolute laugh. I've not got enough space. I'm gonna. God. It's just one of the only really sort of super silly bits in the game. Well, I can't believe that actually didn't go too bad.
Stay dead.
That did not go bad, really. Was there another item I left in here? Somewhere. I think I got everything out. I think I got everything. So what? I'm not going to lie, I can't believe I actually did that. I'm usually pretty terrible at the chainsaw fight. Yeah, if you've heard the podcast where we've talked about Zero, I'm not that game's biggest fan, unfortunately. I agree with you. I think the inventory management stuff would have been a lot better if the characters had 8 slots and the guns didn't, things like the shotgun didn't take up 2 slots. I just thought that was so stupid in a game that already completely restricts you with your inventory. It punishes you even further by having things like the hook shot needing 2 slots, and it just makes for a pretty unenjoyable experience, and as a result we get the magic elevator, and no one really wants that. I'd be really interested to see how that game would work with item boxes, and I would dare say it would be a lot more enjoyable and a lot more fun, and I think people would think better on it as well. It's an amazing fight in VR as well, isn't it? It actually feels like you're being properly stalked through the little greenhouse thing. Not knowing where she's coming from it just really adds to the immersion. It's a really, really amazing fight. So it's not a scorpion door. Right. I will probably save at the next save point and we'll call it a night there. It was only ever going to be a little brief one tonight, but it's not gone bad. It's a rough start with the moulded, but we got there. Huh. Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to get the shotgun, and then I'll call it a day. Yeah, and that's the thing. You tended to you just tended to substitute a room for an item box. That's all you tended to do. But the problem with that was the hopeless sort of backtracking you had to do when you were going backwards and forwards between areas. There was nothing worse than having to think, right, before I can properly continue, I've got to now it's still creepy. I've got to run backwards and forwards, but and of course it's it's an older game, so it has the loading screens, and it's just an unnecessary chore having to do it. It's a shame because the HD version looks genuinely beautiful. Keep getting these doors wrong. I wanted this door. bloody long way around here. Oh, I suppose I can drop here. Game punishes me with inventory. Hello, Sir Ashcroft. You are very relevant today. I don't know whether anyone's seen, but on Twitter, Kat did more or less confirm, without actually saying it, that Alyssa is the one who dispatches Jan to do the investigation in Umbrella. In Project Resistance. Wrong way. I love the reloading in VR. It's too cool. And I think that is where I'll leave it for tonight, guys. So, thanks very much. Thanks for just joining me for a little short one tonight. Just wanted to get something out there. So, yep, Rev 2 next time. Episode 3 with Barry. Probably it'll be the other side of the weekend now, I imagine. If no one's doing anything Sunday night, I'll keep an eye out who's streaming. I know GT's doing a few now from Crimson Elder. Neptune is probably looking back to do his again on Monday, so it might be like Tuesday or something like that. But I'll put a shout out on Twitter, and so thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys very soon. If I don't speak to you beforehand, have good weekends. Cheerio.